Most managers play it safe at running back, but these 8 backs, you want to reach because waiting will cost you a league-winning edge in your fantasy football league. This is the RotoWire Fantasy Football Draft Series, sponsored by Circa's Ultimate Fantasy Football Draft Giveaway. I'm going to start out with Quinshon McCaffery, who is the opposite of playing it safe, but we know McCaffery has a big injury history. We know in the last 5 years, 3 of those years, he's missed significant time. But in the last 4 healthy seasons that McCaffrey's had, he has either been the running back 1 or the running back 2. There is no running back or player on the planet that has that kind of resume. Last year's injury, fluke, not football related, Achilles injury of some sort, came back, suffered a knee injury, fully healthy. Coaching staff expects to make full use of Quinshon McCaffery. 29 years old, only averaging 168 carries a season, so he has tread left on the tires. You have running back 1 overall upside, but nobody's talking about that. Anthony, who do you got?
Jim, I am reaching for Chase Brown, currently going as the RB12. And last year, once Zach Moss went down in week 8, Chase Brown took over, but Brown's emergence began a few weeks prior once he gained more snaps and usage from weeks 4 to 17. He averaged 18.3 PPR points per game. That's right around RB1 territory, and he delivered 8 RB1 finishes during that stretch. He racked up 990 rushing yards, 54 catches for 360 receiving yards, and 11 total scores, showing 3-down ability and strong durability, because the only game he missed was week 18 with an ankle sprain. He also earned his role. Brown took work from Moss early, then never looked back. He finished top 60th percentile in yards after contact and flashed some serious juice in the receiving game. He maintained a 10.3% target share, which is 82nd percentile, despite sharing a field with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. And yes, the Bengals added P. Ryan and Taj Brooks, but let's be honest, Brown has already proved he can handle full-time work, and the team didn't invest real competition to challenge him. I am all in on Chase Brown in 2025.
My next running back to reach for is Quinshon Judkins of the Cleveland Browns. Now understand this. In college, Quinshon Judkins shared a backfield with TreVeyon Henderson. So neither of those running backs put up the elite numbers we wanted to see because, again, they shared work. Now, Judkins, 220 pounds, 3-down size, 3-down skill set, but he wasn't used a lot as a receiver in college because of TreVeyon Henderson. I think we're getting a discount here. You can usually get Judkins outside the top 20 running backs. The Browns made a heavy investment with an early second-round pick to select Judkins. Here's the better deal. Kevin Stefanski, when he inherited Deshaun Watson, he scrapped the offense that was successful for years. They went to a 3-receiver spread offense, and the offense didn't do well. Well, guess what? Watson's not part of their plans anymore. And the Browns just signed fullback Troy Hairston, and they plan on making him a major part of the offense. What does that mean? That means we are going to see heavy personnel. We're going to see Kevin Stefanski go back to his roots, where he runs the ball, throws to his backs, throws out of play action. That is music to the ears of anybody investing in Quinshon Judkins. I believe in Kevin Stefanski when he's allowed to run his offense. Judkins, in my mind, is an elite talent running back. Get him now because he is going to blow away that ADP. Now, all right, fantasy football legends, how about taking your draft to Las Vegas? Circa Resort and Casino is giving one lucky league the ultimate fantasy football experience, a 2-night stay, a VIP party at the Legacy Club, and your private draft at a private cabana at Stadium Swim. We're talking limo rides, massive screens, DJs, your own booth at the world's largest sportsbook. I have been there. I have done this. It is insanely great. You have to be 21 or older. Get all the details at circalasvegas.com. If you're going to draft like it matters. Only at Circa. Anthony, who you got next?
Jim, I am reaching for Breece Hall, RB13 off the board, and he's undervalued. He just posted 1,359 scrimmage yards, 59 catches, and 8 total touchdowns in a very dysfunctional Jets offense. And that was a down year for Breece Hall. Sure, he averages 4.2 yards per carry last season, but he still flashed elite traits as he had the 10th most yards created and 11th most breakaway runs. He was also 94th percentile in team target share, which should continue as the Jets didn't add any notable pass catchers while also losing Devontae Adams and Tyler Conklin. Now, Hall is 2 full years removed from the ACL tear. He's healthy, and the Jets have finally upgraded the offensive line and added Justin Fields, who's going to make this a true RPO-style attack, which is great news for Hall's rushing lanes and home run hitting ability. And yes, Aaron Glenn mentioned using all 3 backs, but let's be honest, Hall is the one who's going to get you those chunk plays and win you fantasy matchups. He only managed over 20 PPR points in 4 games last season, and he had 0 blow-up games fueled by a lack of touchdowns. But imagine what he can do if he gets into the end zone like we saw a few years ago. At his current price, he has legit top 5 upside.
My next running back is Isaiah Pacheco of the Kansas City Chiefs. Last year, disaster. I get it. Pacheco got hurt early, and then he came back late in the season. Clearly, the leg was not healed from being off it for so long. Pacheco was terrible finishing the season. This is your opportunity to buy. Remember, Pacheco in 2023 was an RB2, 935 yards, 9 touchdowns. 44 receptions. Now, some of those receptions may go away this year if Brashard Smith, the rookie, steps into that old Jerick McKinnon role. I'm not worried about Kareem Hunt. The efficiency's horrible. Another year older, Pacheco healthy, should be in great shape. He's going to get goal line work. He's going to get work all over the field, some receptions. You could get Pacheco around running back 30, reach up a bit for him. Not as highly priced as last year. This is a massive value of our running back that's going to be way ahead of his ADP spot.
Jim, I am reaching for David Montgomery, going as the RB23 on the board right now, and he's quietly one of the more consistent and underrated backs in fantasy. And despite splitting time with Jahmyr Gibbs, he still totaled 1,116 scrimmage yards and 12 touchdowns in only 14 games played. He was an RB1 in 6 of 14 games. That's a higher hit rate than most backs, going like 10, 15 spots earlier, and he scored a touchdown in 11 of 13 healthy games. The Lions live in the red zone, and Montgomery is their hammer back, even while Gibbs is getting his. And Montgomery's volume, it's not flashy, but it's consistent. He's had double-digit PPR points in every healthy game but one. And the pass catch game usage also ticked up. He had 3 to 5 targets in each of his final 7 full games played. Sure, Ben Johnson is gone, but Dan Campbell's offense is not changing. This is a team built to run the ball. Montgomery's role is safe, and that touchdown upside is real.
James Conner of the Arizona Cardinals is next. You can usually get him around running back 20. Go a little bit ahead of that. James Conner last year, 1,094 rushing yards, 8 touchdowns, 47 catches. Hey, they drafted Trey Benson last year. So what? Conner is the guy. Conner got signed to a contract extension. Well, James Conner is the heart and soul of the Arizona Cardinals. And last year, he was mostly healthy. Played 16 games, usually misses at least 3 or so in a season, and he may miss 3 or so again. But you know what? When he's on the field, you're getting RB1 production. He has back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, at least 4.6 yards per carry. He's 29, but he shows no signs of slowing down. Arizona is going to continue to feed him, and he has upside as always in Arizona, well beyond his ADP.
Jim, I am reaching for DeAndre Swift, RB32 off the board, and don't let his quiet finish fool you. Swift is coming off of a career high, 295 touches, and he did not miss a single game. Now, while he did give Philly 1,350 total yards, he now steps into a wide open backfield for the Bears once again, only it's under Ben Johnson, the same head coach who schemed up Swift's outstanding pass catching games with the Lions years ago. And yes, he averaged 3.8 yards per carry last year, but he was 63rd percentile in yards after contact and 85th percentile in average yards after the catch. The translation is that he can still create while given space. He's also due for a positive regression, 0 receiving touchdowns despite hauling in 42 passes. He averaged nearly 4 catches per game in his first 3 seasons in the NFL. In Chicago's offense, with now a mobile quarterback and spread looks, Swift could return to that pass-catching usage. They drafted a late rookie. They have Quinshon Judkins, not much behind DeAndre Swift, so he's in line to be the clear lead back. Now, if they did sign somebody like Nick Chubb or J.K. Dobbins, things change. But right now, DeAndre Swift is one of the best values on the board.